You can't see me. Oh man. Alright. I know. I know it somehow makes me nauseous to drink that much coffee. But somehow it lifts my spirits on certain days. So if I get up and I feel like, something's missing, I drink a coffee. I know it's not very smart always, but at the same time, why do I have to feel bad about this, right? I mean, why can't I just drink it? What I actually want to talk about is, you probably can't see it, it's a clove. And if I sometimes eat also a lot of sugar, or just in general, for my general mouth hygiene, maybe you have problems with bad breath. Cloves are antibacterial and they work against inflammation. So if you have problems with your teeth, I recommend to you, you take maybe 2 or 3 of these. If you really like them, take more. You just put them in your mouth and they start to dissolve and spread their essential oils all around your mouth, and they're working their magic. And it's a taste that you certainly have to get used to, so I would recommend you maybe start with 1 or 2. And it's a bit like a chewing gum. You don't really chew on it, but you can move it around and let your teeth rest upon them. You don't have to chew them. And what I do like a bit, and in this way they clean your teeth, and there are no artificial sweeteners in there that are cancerogene or whatever. It's just cloves. And if you don't like the taste, for example, you can take 2 cloves and a small piece of sweetwood, you put them together, and you can also make a tea out of it. Sweetwood is, I believe it to be, from what I've heard, it's antifungal. And fungi, a lot of people are infested with it because they eat too much sugar. And see, there's just so many things. I want to turn on the radiator. That you pick up. It's like these words, right? Radiator. I didn't know that one. I don't even know if it's now British or American English, but who cares? So suddenly you start using that word because you've heard it a couple of times. And in the beginning you maybe struggle to find it. But I realize the more I talk, the less I struggle to find the words that I want to use. But coffee certainly creates a lot of confusion in myself, and sometimes it also makes me struggle for words more because there's too much that wants to come out at once. But that's if I have the energy. So for example, if it's 8 o'clock in the evening and I already had 3 coffee and I drink another one, there's no energy to spend anymore. So I might not really feel like anything, so I'm overusing myself. So it's important to not overuse these substances. Like this is, or actually it's too much. So it could be a very good example now and not drink it. But now I also feel I've made it. So then I have to go through with it. Because then I just have to learn my lesson, right? And then I have to fall on my face a couple of times and learn from that experience. It's like that story from Africa with the chicken, right? You get a chicken, you thought you would have a free roaming chicken, with strong legs, and then you get one that was, born into a cage, basically. I mean, these free-roaming chickens are not free-roaming as well. They're also kind of contained. And then you say, oh no, that chicken I don't want to eat because, you know, its legs are so weak it can't even stand up because it was sitting all its life. Like, you know, these legs, they don't work anymore. And then someone says, you know, I don't want to eat that because it's not my idea of a healthy chicken. And then another person says, well, then you're a fucking hypocrite. Because you got it now, you know, now you might as well eat it and go through with it. Because just because this doesn't, you know, look like the thing you wanted, it's the thing you got. So now you have to work with it because it was your intention to get it and to kill it and to eat it. And what do you want to do with it? I think this chicken would have a better life, you know, being killed now than going back to the place where it came from. That's just what I think. But you could say for that coffee it doesn't matter. Because I do believe to a certain degree like that's poison. Because everything, I mean, that you have too much of is poison. But the other problem is that I have realized somehow through my life that if I just pull through with whatever stupid stuff I'm doing, you know, I somehow get away with it. Because I'm also trying to learn from these things. So you could say it's already an improvement that I drink this kind of coffee than the one I drank before, because it's not as strong. And it's brewed differently. And now I spilled my entire energy because I woke up this morning and I felt like, whoa, you know, I could do so many things. And what did I do? I wrote, you know, a couple of poems, I scheduled them ahead. And then I came here, drank a coffee, and I recorded like, what is this, episode number 4. And suddenly all that positive energy that I had, it's just gone. And you know what the weird thing is? I actually wanted it to be gone. Because somehow I feel like, and that's the sad thing, because the environment I live in is so sucking my energy. Like as soon as you have a good mood, somebody comes and drains you. So I rather float around like they do, like miserable little shits, and I just do stuff for myself instead of spreading my happiness. That's how I feel like. Because as soon as I go outside and I try to spread happiness, you know, all kinds of people come and then they burden me with their problems. And that's just really tedious. And that's why sometimes having so much energy available that I wanted to burst out gives me more problems than I can deal with right now. Because maybe it's better to be a bit more like mellow and say whatever than to be like, I've had it before. I was emanating, you know, love, good mood, and then people give me a shitty look or they come and talk to me about their problems, and suddenly they feel better and I feel shit. So I just rather create that myself and prevent people from coming to me in the first place. And then I also don't overload them with my good mood, because that's the other thing that happens. You know, if you're too outgoing, but if I have too much energy, it's hard to stay on the inside. So maybe I drink these coffees so that I can be as miserable as everybody else. Only I know that I choose to be like this right now. And that's a difference. Because right now there's not that much to do for me, I have the feeling. So I use that, you know, to relax a bit. So actually it changed. Whereas before I was drinking coffee to keep working, I now often drink coffee to work less. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because actually, if I don't drink coffee, I have more energy, much more energy. And people think if they drink coffee, they have more energy. But it's actually the other way around. I think if you have no energy at all, and you drink a coffee, it taps into your reserves. Right? But that also means, you know, you're always empty. You're always running, like on the last drop of petrol. And then you use that coffee, you know, to get that last drop that's hiding somewhere. And then you're completely empty. And you just keep on that level. So maybe you're just running on coffee and on the love you get from other people because you have no love for yourself. And then there's a person like me who gets up, it's like boom, right? I want to explode into the universe. And then I realize, okay, I think what my surrounding needs is a me that's a bit more quiet. Because otherwise I run into all kinds of problems. So what do? I drink coffee. Certainly too much of it. And then I can do a drawing later, which I kind of look forward to. Because now I started making these sessions again, where I don't have to look out really how long they are going to be. And I kind of like that. Especially because I thought I wouldn't work on YouTube anymore. But because I scheduled a bit ahead, like the walking talker or talking walker, I don't remember, gave me like 1 month to distance myself a bit from YouTube. And now I can realize once more, you know, the value of these conversations that I have with myself, basically, and you're just watching them, and I can just kind of do what I want. Plus, it's also about to continue to do what you want, because sometimes you forget what you want because other people want you to do something else. And then you have to remember again, that's actually not what I want, because what I want is to do this. And I can't do this and help others, you know, with the house or something, because I have just other things to do. That's just how it is. Because I do realize that there would be a lot of work that I could be doing. But then I choose to do this kind of work. And then I have to live with it, then I may feel bad for it. But I also know that the reason why I'm doing this is because if I do all these other things, I will feel shit and I probably will get sick again. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say, you know, everything is energy. Because if I do the work that is the work of somebody else, and is that going, like, be that going into a mosque, or be that working here, chopping wood for other people, it's not just about chopping the wood. I stray from my own path. Because right now I'm supposed to help other people. It's not my job so much to help my family in the way that they would want me to, in terms of physical labor. Because I'm more like an energetic worker. And I can assist, but I also have to realize, okay, now it's over, because they will suck me dry, like I said. And that's why on the spiritual path, you have to look at what is my job, in which family was I born into, and what am I supposed to do with it? Like, what makes me happy? Because what makes me happy is going to make more other people happy than if I keep doing what makes my surroundings happy. Because maybe your job is going to be a bit larger than what the rest of your family is going to do. Because most likely, if you're listening to the things that I tell you, you're most likely very different from everybody else. And that means you have to figure out what you want to do. And you can't keep doing what other people want you to do. Because maybe your brother or your sister, they're just concerned with, getting a job and like working normal jobs, to just live a life. And your parents are probably too. And then you come along and you are concerned with all these like larger matters, like what is the universe made of? What is love? And you're asking all these questions. And you're trying to ask all these questions to them, and you're wondering why they don't try to answer these, because it's not their job. It's their job to be your family, and it's your job to figure out who you are apart from them, because they're different from you. And you cannot define yourself by what they're doing, because that's not what you're going to be doing, because you have different questions. And you can talk to them about these questions, and they may look like they understand some of the things, but the truth is they're probably just happy that you talk to them because you have so much to give which they don't have. And you keep forgetting that. So you have to realize, why do some people really make an effort to have you in their life? And you don't really care. Like, you can be with this person or with that person, and of course there are some people you rather want to spend time with, but in general it doesn't really care. It's the people that choose to be with you. Because somehow you meet someone once, and they give so much value to you and having met you. And they remember your name, and you really have to make an effort to remember who they are. Sometimes I just forget people. And they know who I am. Oh, aren't you that guy that came to me and said, maybe I should stop smoking? I don't remember that happened. I mean, I can imagine that I would do something like this. Only I don't remember doing that. I just did it. And that's because I'm just different. And people try to make it a problem for you when you're different. And that's gonna be a problem for you because it's their problem if they have a problem with your difference. Because that just shows them that they're lacking something. And if only something's wrong with you, they're fine. So we often end up accepting the fact that we're weird, or shit, or whatever they want us to be. And then we forget that actually I'm fine. I'm better off than most of you. And I think it helps people more to show them that you're okay on your own and that you know what you're doing. Because then at one point they have to realize that they don't know what they're doing. Because what you're doing is just you trust. You have faith. You continue. right? You continue to produce videos or whatever it is that you want to do. And you're happy with it. It's like somebody telling you, you know, with your grades you could have been a doctor, but you chose to be a carpenter. Because that's what your heart wants. And that makes you happy. So you continue to do that. Of course you continue to do that, because it fills you up with love. And I mean, that's something worth doing, isn't it? To have the courage to follow your heart. Most people never find that kind of courage. And it takes courage, because it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. And I don't know what the next video is going to be, but the next video I'm going to record is going to be light painting, and that's going to keep me busy for a while. So yeah, but sometimes there's just things, for example, I'm using music from Lo-Fi Girl. And they say you cannot, if you use the music, you cannot talk over it or rap over it or whatever. But I've done that in some of my creations. I've done it. And then I could take them out now, or I just wait what happens. And of course I could ask them, and that's the other thing, of course, using the music from Lo-Fi Girl is at the moment, it's just really convenient for me. Because first of all, they already make the music that I like. Right now I feel like I don't have the energy, the space, or the mind to create my own music. You know, I have done so, but somehow maybe I'm not really happy with it. But that's actually bullshit. The thing is, yeah, right now I just feel insecure about it. And maybe I should just do it, because then I don't have to worry about talking over it or whatever. Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff to decide.